I know you probably all have seen Backyard Bash 3 already, and you saw that I'm finally back. Technically, Steven Storm's back, but I was there for a while. And I know there's so many questions, people. Steven, what have you been doing in all this time? Why did you put yourself under a mask? Why did you come out up front? Why are you doing what you did? Why are you aligning yourself with War Child? Why'd you betray Mad Jack? All those questions. Well, all those questions only have one answer, and that's you fans. Let me tell you a little bit of a story, all right? Let me tell you a bit of a story. Let's go date back to my first year in BCF. I became world champion, and I held that title. I held the championship longer than anybody in BCF history. And I'm over here getting criticized. I got people telling me, well, you don't deserve to be champion. You are one of the worst champions. You should never win in the first place. I got people telling me that. But, you know what's funny? After last year's Backyard Bash, what do I get? Those same people criticizing me, telling me, trying to gain sympathy, trying to show their sympathy for me, trying to say, oh, you'll get them next time. All that type of bull crap, type of bullshit. Trying to tell me that they actually liked my title reign all along and all that bullshit. Man, that is some bull. You guys, like Brian Danielson used to say, are fickle. Fickle ass fans. And I got so much, all that crap, all that. I was so mad. And the focal point that I believed was Mad Jack. That's why I did what I did to Mad Jack at War Cell's score. That's why I started beating his ass. But then here comes Mikey D trying to be the savior. Trying to make it seem like he's on my side, and then aligns himself with that two-brain-celled idiot. And then that gave me another target. That was Mikey D. First match with him, I was whooping his ass. But what happens next? Here comes Mad Jack, saving him. These two kept saving each other. And then the Sacramento Street Fight happened. They come to my hometown, come to my home, and then stuffed me in a trunk. So I thought of a plan. The plan was, I was gonna make them think that they got the upper hand on me. I was gonna make them think that their plan worked. But in reality, I'm just lurking in the shadows, waiting to strike. And that's when X came around. When they thought they actually dropped me off in LA, in reality, after they dropped me off, I hijacked a freaking stupid cat. I hijacked somebody's motorcycle and I followed Mad Jack back to Concord. And once I followed him back to Concord, I took myself back to my home. How am I gonna get this man back? How am I gonna go and do this? And then it hit me. I looked at a mask that was given to me by a wrestling legend, a North Carolina wrestling legend, Flaco Loco. An El Santo inspired mask. A wrestling legend And I decided, what if I mask myself? What if I try do whatever I can as this masked man to break Mad Jack? So I called up War Child, and I called up El Payaso, and the plan came into effect. As X, I injured Mad Jack. El Payaso was going to do whatever he can to keep the injury going. He did that in the playground deathmatch. And then as X, I continued on the job. But then, you know, what was next? Mikey D comes back again, trying to be the savior. And every time we tried to do something, another part of the plan started happening again and again and again. And that led us to Backyard Bash. See, the original plan was that El Paso was going to retain. And then later down the line, it was going to be me and him. El Paso was supposed to throw the match. And then I was supposed to become world champion again. But then there's Mad Jack. Somehow he beats El Payaso and gets the world title back. But so we had to improvise, which is why there was a night 2 of Backyard Bash. And that's when the final part of the plan came into effect. I told El Payaso, throw the match with Mikey D. The original plan was that he was going to go and try to throw the match by submission. But once Mikey D, because I knew Mikey D was going to slap on that ankle lock during the match, and El Payaso was supposed to tap and throw the match. But you know how Mikey D is, trying to act like he's got big cojones, and makes the last man standing. So, El Payaso lost. Mikey D goes towards the ladder match with X and Mad Jack. And it was a perfect opportunity for me. That way I could destroy both of them, gain the world title back. And that's what happened. I left Mikey D bloodied and battered in that ring. Mad Jack was broken and frustrated because I outsmarted both of them. And War Child and El Payaso, they helped me along the way. See, I had War Child fire Mad Jack to give him the motivation. To give him that motivation so I could tear him down. El Payaso was basically my hitman. It was their job to make sure that I gained the title back. The title goes back into my possession and everything goes right. And people are asking, why am I doing this? Because I'm focused on the future of BCF. The future of BCF has been freaking dim. Has been dim ever since some of those guys that were in the original BCF left. When Break to Golden left and El Grafito left, who was there to take their place? Me. And I was doing whatever I had to do to ensure the future of BCF. Look at me, people. I am the future of BCF. Not Mikey D, not Mad Jack. I did what I had to do to ensure the future of BCF. And if you have a problem with it, you know where to find me. You think that you can go ahead and say otherwise? Why don't you step up to me? Step up to me. In the meantime, I'm going to do whatever I can regardless. Me, El Payaso, and War Child are going to do whatever we want. I'm going to continue on holding this gold. I'm going to hold this gold for as long as I want. Alpha Asshole and War Child are going to have my back until I say otherwise. You think that War Child was the mastermind behind all this? No, I'm the one pulling the strings. I took over. And I'm going to continue taking over until Mad Jack and Mikey D are out of this business. And then all that's going to be left is me. All that's going to be left is the true BCF World Champion. I'm going to be the one that's left. I'm not going to stop until everything that they have built, Mad Jack and Mikey D's entire world, gets burned down by my hand. I'm going to make sure that. If you got a problem with it, step